Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. Mixed reaction has continued to trail the assertion by one of the ministers of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who said that the president is too wealthy to loot the treasury of Nigeria. Now, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. And before I go further on that, if you're new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, mixed reactions have trailed comments by Ayodele Olawande, the Minister of State for Youth Development, who said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is very rich and cannot loot Nigeria's treasury. Olawande, who was widely quoted to have urged Nigerians to be patient with Tinubu's administration, noting that soon there will be positive changes. Now, he was telling Nigerians to be patient, that the thing that there is, what invariably he was saying, that there is no looting under the Tinubu administration, that Tinubu will not loot, and that the man is very wealthy to loot Nigeria's resources. So people should be patient. Even though you are passing through hardship, just know at least you should trust your president that he will not loot your resources, because he is very wealthy. He is too rich to loot the treasury of Nigeria. Now, social media have been abuzz by this assertion by the minister. Of course, which begged the question people were asking: how did he become rich? How did he become rich? It's also a question that some of us are asking. How did he become rich? Now, the source of his wealth has always been a subject of controversy. But BBC did a report. When BBC did a report on the presidential candidates ahead of the 2023 presidential election, they interviewed Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who told them that he inherited some real estate, which he then invested. He inherited a lot of real estate, which he then invested. And the BBC also noted that in the past, he also said he became an instant millionaire while working as an auditor at Deloitte and Touch. As an auditor with Deloitte and Touch. The BBC went on to say that Tinubu said that he had saved $1.8 million, equivalent of about 1.5 million pounds at the time of the BBC report, from his wages and other allowances. Nearly the same amount found in his account, found in accounts linked to him in a 1993 dispute with the U.S. authorities. Of course, the U.S. authority they're talking about is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 1993 forfeited $460,000 proceeds of narcotic to the United States government. And if you follow the last election and even at the tribunal, Atiku Abubakar and others, they presented that forfeiture of $460,000 proceeds of narcotic as evidence that Tinubu is not qualified to contest for president of Nigeria, that he had been convicted. But all those were overlooked by the Supreme Court in Nigeria. Okay, and but the fact of the matter is that the Tinubu administration, the Tinubu campaign never denied that he forfeited $460,000 proceeds of narcotic to the U.S. government. So that's about the issue of how he became rich. How did he become rich? Because that's the major question that was being asked under where they post this story by the minister. The people wonder, how did he become rich? And others to also understand, how did he become rich? How did he become so rich? Himself admitted that he is rich. In a recent, there was a recent story where a cleric in Sokoto said that Tinubu told religious clerics and traditional rulers that there is no godfather, no cabal in his government, because he bankrolled his own campaign. He didn't depend on anybody. So it means he's enormously wealthy to be able to do that. And but if you want to also try to find out how Tinubu became rich, you may also go and look at the book by Obasanjo. Obasanjo, in his book, My Watch, described Tinubu as one of the most corrupt governors during his tenure. On Tinubu, this is what Obasanjo wrote in his book. I put that book on the book on the screen here, so that you can also go and look for that book. It's about 3 volumes. Obasanjo, My Watch. This is what he wrote about Tinubu. He said, Obasanjo wrote, Nuhu Ribadu tried to investigate almost all of them to the best of my understanding. He was talking about governors when he was president. That Nuhu Ribadu then was the EFCC chairman, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission chairman. He said that Nuhu Ribadu tried to investigate almost all of them to the best of my understanding. At a time, he publicly announced that 28 out of the 36 governors were either manifestly corrupt or had tainted in one way or other. He gave me a copy of his report on those governors. Bola Tinubu was definitely one of the worst cases. Obasanjo was saying that the file that Nuhu Ribadu submitted to him as president and Nuhu Ribadu as EFCC chairman showed allegedly that Tinubu was the worst case of corruption among the governors. That was what Obasanjo wrote. And since Obasanjo published that book around 2014 or thereabout, where also Obasanjo said so many things about Atiku Abubakar, Tinubu had not gone to court to stop the publication of that book. So that book is still available. As you are seeing it here, you can order it from anywhere in the world. It's available on Amazon. It's available everywhere that books are sold. You can get this book, My Watch. Go and read what Obasanjo said about Tinubu and corruption, so that you'll be able to know what Obasanjo said and then be able to use your own number 6 to know the source of his wealth by looking at other reports that have been written about Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his wealth. I think that's to me is the most important thing. Information is always available these days at the tip of your fingers. But that aside, being wealthy and being rich doesn't mean that people cannot still want to acquire more, because money is insatiable, whether we like it or not. You cannot say that because Elon Musk is rich, he's the richest man in the world, So he is now satisfied. He don't want more. It doesn't work that way. But if it is because is it because he's so wealthy? That's why under his regime we are buying fuel at over 1,000 naira. When he made fuel at about 198 naira. Because as at May 29, 2023, when he became president, fuel was selling at less than 200 naira. So are Nigerians now going to be suffering because they have a wealthy president who obviously is disconnected from the poor masses of Nigeria, who his policies have impoverished? I think what the minister has said is another indication that indeed, like Michael Jackson said, they don't really care about us. Because if they do, they don't have to remind us that the president is wealthy. Because his being wealthy has nothing to do with us. It has to do, what is important to us is good governance. What is important to us is the price of goods and services being affordable to Nigerians. What is important is that the money in the pocket of Nigerians are not eaten away by inflation. Now we have food inflation of over 40%. We have insecurity of unprecedented proportion. We have unemployment of over 60%. Nigeria is still the poverty capital of the world. That's not a time. This is not a time and a period to remind us how wealthy our president is. If he really is that wealthy, why is he still collecting salary and emoluments? Why is he still collecting it? Or is he not collecting it? I remember that Donald Trump, a billionaire, when he became the president of America, he refused to collect salaries and emolument and everything. And he was only collecting a symbolic $1, because since the Constitution of America does not allow for a president to do pro bono work. Throughout the 4 years that President Donald Trump was in charge of America, he never collected a dime as salary. So if Tinubu is that wealthy as we are meant to believe, he shouldn't be collecting salaries and allowances and emoluments and all the things, all the perks of office. At least he would have saved the government a lot of money. And in any case, he shouldn't have even been somebody who is used to luxury. He has a private jet, we are told, before he became president. He should have been able to manage the plane that was used by former President Buhari instead of buying another one, a much more luxurious one, at the expense of the taxpayers. These are the areas of concern to Nigerians. So I think the minister missed the point by showcasing the wealth of the president as an indication of a good governance. That doesn't equate to good governance, as far as I can see. There is no proof that it will lead to good governance. We have seen African leaders who are very wealthy. We have seen the Mobutu Sese Sekos of this world. They were very wealthy. Mobutu Sese Seko almost owned half of Congo. But it doesn't stop him from being one of the most corrupt leaders to come out of this continent. That's my take on this idea that Tinubu will not loot because he is too wealthy to loot. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.